What if I told you your thyroid isn't the real problem at all? That the pills you've been taking might be treating a symptom, while the real cause is hiding somewhere else in your body, silently slowing down your metabolism, draining your energy, and making you gain weight. Today, we're going to uncover the hidden layers behind hypothyroidism that most people never hear about. Have you ever started feeling those nagging symptoms and thought, could this be my thyroid? So you go to your doctor, they run some tests, and boom, you're diagnosed with hypothyroidism. Next thing you know, you're on Synthroid or something similar. But is that all there is to it? Hey friends, welcome to BioMind Zone. Let's talk thyroid, symptoms, and real solutions. At first you think, great, this will fix everything. But then you ask the doctor, what's actually causing my thyroid to underperform? And often, the answer you get is vague. Your thyroid hormones are low. That's it. No real root cause explained. So you go home, take your meds diligently. Weeks pass, months pass. A year later, you're still tired. Your metabolism feels sluggish. The extra weight is still there, and you're left wondering, why do I feel the same? Is this all there is? Here's the thing. Treating the thyroid isn't always the same as fixing the problem. In many cases, the thyroid is just the tip of the iceberg. If you only manage hormone levels without addressing what's behind them, you could be spinning your wheels, sometimes for years. And that's what I want to open your eyes to today. I'm not here to replace medical advice. Always talk to your doctor before making changes. But I want to raise some really important questions and share insights that could shift your entire approach. One side effect that's rarely discussed is that long-term thyroid hormone use can actually make your own thyroid lazy. When you provide hormones from the outside, your thyroid gradually stops producing as much on its own. Over time, it becomes more dependent, not less. And here's something else. Your thyroid produces several hormones, T4, T3. Guess which one you're usually given? Only the T4 form. But T4 isn't even the active hormone. T3 is. To actually use thyroid hormone, your body has to convert T4 into T3. And guess where about 80% of that conversion happens? In your liver. So if you have liver issues, fatty liver, inflammation, cirrhosis, that conversion can stall. On top of that, this conversion requires key nutrients. Selenium and zinc are big players here. Without them, thyroid meds might look fine on paper, but your cells aren't getting what they need. Two other powerful hormones can interfere with thyroid health: estrogen and cortisol. Ever notice how many women develop thyroid problems right after pregnancy? That surge in estrogen can trigger it. Cortisol, the stress hormone, when chronically elevated, can paralyze the immune system. This sets the stage for autoimmune problems like Hashimoto's, which accounts for around 90% of hypothyroid cases. So in many people, the thyroid problem is actually an immune problem, not a thyroid problem at all. Here's another huge piece of the puzzle: your gut. About 80% of your immune system lives there. If you have leaky gut permeability, or gluten sensitivity, foreign proteins can slip through the gut wall, triggering an immune attack. And guess what? There's a strong link between gluten and Hashimoto's. Many people report dramatic improvements when they remove gluten, or better yet, all grains from their diet. It's not a cure-all, but for some, it's a game changer. So, how do you know if this is really your issue? Here are some classic early signs. Outer third of your eyebrows thinning or disappearing. Hair thinning and dryness. Your hair feels brittle, lifeless. Cold intolerance. You just can't stand the cold, always wearing socks. Sluggish metabolism. No matter what you do, weight doesn't budge. Weight gain that feels puffy, not classic fat, more like a spongy swelling. Constant fatigue and low mood. Everything feels heavy, even your emotions. If this sounds familiar, it's time to dig deeper. And if you're dealing with Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which is the most common root of hypothyroidism, there are even more clues to look out for. Chronic morning fatigue, that constant brain fog, dizziness, unexplained headaches, nausea, stubborn cellulite, anemia, low vitamin D levels, bloating due to low stomach acid, joint pain, and even insomnia. If you notice several of these symptoms together, it's time to check your labs. Ask for a full thyroid panel, T3, T4, TAT and MAT antibodies. These will tell you if your thyroid is under autoimmune attack. And if those numbers are off, it's wise to dig deeper. Test your adrenal hormones, liver markers, pituitary, and even your sex hormones. Very often, the problem isn't isolated. It's a chain reaction involving multiple systems. So here's another important clue, especially if you notice a low libido. When estradiol and a form of estrogen is high, but progesterone is low, that hormonal imbalance can suppress sexual desire. Science shows estradiol generally boosts desire, while progesterone tends to dampen it, especially when estrogen dominance kicks in. This imbalance is commonly reported in cases of Hashimoto's or glandular stress. So if you're feeling low energy, sluggish libido, and emotional exhaustion, consider including estradiol and progesterone in your test panel along with your full thyroid and adrenal workup. Another overlooked marker is your electrolyte balance, especially if your adrenal function is low. When cortisol drops, your body tends to retain more potassium while losing sodium. This is why many people with adrenal or thyroid hypofunction notice excessive sweating both in summer and winter, leading to electrolyte depletion. The fix? Not cutting salt entirely, but rather using it wisely. Think clean, unprocessed sea salt to help restore that sodium balance your body is craving. It's a simple step, yet crucial for proper fluid balance, energy levels, and even blood pressure regulation. Here's the plan. Practical steps you can start exploring with your doctor's guidance. Find the root cause. Did symptoms start after pregnancy? Think estrogen. After a major stress event? Think cortisol. Do you have fatty liver? Focus there first. Test for iodine deficiency. Check your Achilles reflex. In classic hypothyroidism, the bounce back of your Achilles tendon is sluggish. Optimize key nutrients: selenium, zinc, and a high-quality trace mineral supplement. Sea kelp can be helpful too. Remove gluten and puthas, and ideally all grains, for a trial period. Many people with Hashimoto see remarkable changes with this step alone. Insulin resistance, likely to also be a symptom. A lipid test, also known as a lipid profile or lipid panel, is a blood test that measures the levels of fats in the blood, including total cholesterol, LDL bad cholesterol, HDL good cholesterol, and triglycerides. Boost vitamin D significantly, only with your doctor's guidance, because in large quantities it can be toxic. In autoimmune thyroid issues, doses as high as 40,000 IU, short-term, supervised, can dramatically reduce inflammation. Hypothyroidism isn't always what it seems. For the majority, especially those with Hashimoto's, it's not just about the thyroid hormone itself, but a deeper, systemic imbalance involving the liver, gut, immune system, stress hormones, and diet. If your thyroid medication hasn't made you feel normal again, maybe it's not the final answer. Maybe it's just the beginning of your investigation. Remember, your health journey doesn't end with just one pill or one test. Keep asking the right questions, stay curious, and take small daily steps toward balance. If this video helped you see things differently, drop a like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need this too. Until next time, take care and stay well.